Hi everyone, it's Karen. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel again. Very recently, this is sad, but not like death sad, so don't worry yet. Well, don't worry at all. I don't want you worrying. Like there's nothing to worry about. It's over. It's done. Okay. But whatever, my very first job that I had when I came to Los Angeles as a teenager was at Stan's Corner Shop, which was the donut and hot dog shop in Westwood Village. And I came when I was 19, so that means it's been open for about 4 years. Okay, but whatever, it just closed. Stan just closed it during this isolation. I don't know why, because people just picked up the donuts anyhow. They didn't eat there. I mean, there was no place to eat. You just picked up a donut. But it has been around forever. It is an institution in Los Angeles. And actually, you could see it in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate goes to see her own film in Westwood, as she's like picking up the ticket or ordering a ticket or whatever she's doing because she never paid for it. So, but asking for a ticket. Across the street in the background is Stan's Corner Shop. So when I worked there, it was just called, I think, the Corner Shop. Then I think he changed it to Stan's Corner Shop. And now it was called Stan's Donuts because I think he sold half of it off over the years. I don't know. Here, let me just tell you something. I don't eat donuts. I could throw up even hearing the name, which I did. I'll get to that in a second. But I mean, I did eat donuts when I was younger. And then I worked at the corner shop, and I was actually the hot dog girl. So I was in another section. I mean, it's tiny. It's on a corner in Westwood. I mean, it's not a big section, but one side was donuts and the other side was a little tiny lunch counter. And I sold hot dogs and this thing that he called Orange Jubilees, which were really Orange Julius's, but you couldn't use the name Julius. And it was a secret powder that I put in with the orange juice, so I can never know what it is. But it was, it was the same thing. So I had a really good time. I was in my own little thing there. You know what? I was thinking about it last night. It's like I really like those memories. I had fun. Everyone was nice to me. First of all, I was a cute little girl. Oh, that's why I'm wearing my hair curly now. Well, really, I'm wearing it curly because I'm in isolation and I don't really care what my hair looks like. But I just washed it and left it, natural, because when I came to town as a teenager, I did the same thing. So only I don't think I wore makeup then, but guess what? That's not happening. Okay, if you want to see me without makeup, you have to go to my Facebook page or go to it'snotaboutme.tv, and which is the companion e-zine online magazine to my YouTube channel. And it tells kind of different things, but this story kind of had to be told verbally because this is my tribute to Stan. Some of it is written there, but if you go there, there are certain columns that do have pictures of me without makeup. So if that'll make you happy, hey, go for it. But I don't know, you can't just put it in a search box. Okay, back to Stan's. So anyhow, I came out as a teenager, and then I decided to stay in LA and live here. And I was seeing this guy, George, whose sister Kathy was working as one of the donut girls. So he said, I bet you could have a job there. And Stan liked that I was from New York. He was kind of like a cranky old man. I mean, he's still alive. He just closed the shop. But I don't think he loved me. I was used to grown-ups loving me. All my friends' parents loved me. My parents' friends loved me because I was, such a lovely young lady. And the funny thing is, they all thought I spoke so well. Like in Brooklyn, where everyone talks either like this if they're Italian or like this if they're Jewish. Okay, that sounded so, biased, but okay, I lived there. But anyhow, so all my friends' parents would say, why can't you talk like Karen? She speaks so well. You should talk like her. And then I get out here, I say 3 words, and everyone goes, Brooklyn? I mean, they're still saying it. It's 100 years later, and they think I still sound like I'm from Brooklyn. I don't care. But I certainly don't talk like this, except when I want to, because it's kind of fun. And I have some friends who are not from New York, and they go, oh, do the New York thing. They get a kick out of it. Anyhow, and after I left Stan's, I worked at the phone company here for directory assistance in LA, and I got fired for doing accents because I thought it was boring to just go, directory assistants, can I help you? So I did all kinds of accents, and people would go, oh, you sound like such a cute little Georgian peach. Then I did a Japanese accent. They said, shut your headphones, come in. That was like the last straw. But that has nothing to do with Stan's. Okay, so back to Stan's. So Stan's Corner Shop. So he gave me the job. I was the hot dog girl, and everyone was nice. People would come in, and I mean, my regular clients would even bring me presents. I hope you heard it till here, because otherwise that sounds a little, not good, my regular clients. But the people who came in, I had been kicked out of an apartment I was staying at. So I told this one man, he went out and he bought me a little itty bitty doll-sized set of Corningware and said, for when you set up your own housekeeping. And I still have it. I just found it in my closet the other day. I love it. Okay, I keep a lot of things, but I love keeping things from that time. So, and I met my good friend Judy. She was the other donut girl. Oh, but so this is why I can't eat donuts. Stan would not let us eat free hot dogs. We were not allowed to have free hot dogs, free orange jubilees, free anything except donuts. So we could eat donuts all day, and then when we left, we could take as big a box as we wanted of donuts. So I'm going to throw up even talking about it. So basically, I ate just donuts for like 5 months. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. Because then Kathy, the one who got me the job, became my roommate. So even after I quit, she still worked there. And oh my God, donut after donut. People always say to me, oh, here's donuts at this place. Ooh, Krispy Kreme. I can't, don't even say it. Don't even say it. It's so, I can't ever eat one again. Okay, so to follow up on the, they make me sick now. When I was still working for Stan, I had just gotten all my wisdom teeth removed at once, because this is so weird, because that dentist, who I still know a few years ago, had a crush on me. I think he just wanted to take my wisdom teeth out so he could say, you can stay with me now because you don't have a family here, and that's a big thing. I don't know what happened. He took my wisdom teeth out. I didn't stay with him, but he put me on Demerol, and I was a teenager, so I didn't know what drugs I could take or not. So it turns out I cannot take Demerol. And the way I found out is that in Westwood Village, there was like an art fair on a Saturday or Sunday or both or whatever. And I went to go with my little friends, walk around town. And I said, let me go in and get my check from Stan. And I walked in there and I smelled the donuts. And I knew I had to throw up between the donuts. This is a horrible story. I just realized. I'm so sorry. Don't eat during the rest of this story. So if you're eating now, I'm sorry, but I already started. But anyhow, so I knew I had to throw up, and I didn't want to throw up in front of the customers. So I threw up in the sink, not realizing at the time the sink is right on the corner, and it's a whole window thing, and everyone looks in to watch Stan eat donuts. And it was the most crowded that Westwood Village ever was, and everybody looked in and saw me throwing up in the sink. So needless to say, Stan was not pleased, but he didn't even fire me then. He never fired me. I quit. What is wrong with him? Why wouldn't you fire someone if they throw up in your window? But okay, so anyhow, but there was more to the story. I think he had an ex-con working for him who was really nice. And then the police came and tried to find him, and I felt bad. So I tried to protect him, and then I was crying, and I go, they can't take you. And he's trying to explain to me he's an ex-con. Oh my God, my life. How did my parents live through this? Maybe this is why I didn't have kids, because God forbid I'd have a kid like me. No, I'd be very, very, I would actually be very pleased if I had a kid like me, because my parents aren't alive anymore, but I was really a great daughter, except for this, because that could have really, my mother's hair turned white. And I think it turned white when I joined the circus. But one of those times, I'll tell you about that some other time. But I have to tell you, one of the perks of working at Stan's was that all the jocks from UCLA would come in. But the problem is I started at 11:30 because I was lunch. So I missed them if they came in before classes. But Judy said to someone who was really famous, I'm not going to tell you who, because I could identify the year I worked there. But anyhow, he, very famous UCLA player, came in, and she says to him, wow, you're tall. You should play basketball. And he's like, I mean, the equivalent of saying it's LeBron James now or whatever. But anyhow, so over the years it had mutated to something. This guy who worked with us bought it for a while, but I know that there's a sign there. Oh my God, I just noticed my bangs. I noticed them because I cut them this morning myself, and I could really do a better job, but what the heck, isolation at least 3 more weeks. So anyhow, when someone told me that Stan's was closing recently, I was sad. And that is one time I left the house. I have not left the house for the 6 weeks of isolation, except 2 times I had to go to the market. And one day I said, let me just drive by Stan's to take pictures of the place for It's Not About Me.tv for the written tribute to him. And I was surprised that so many people were out. Really, that's horrible. But that is a story for another time. Actually, a real another time, because I'm getting a little tired right now. This is the third video I've shot in one day. Okay, enough already. But anyhow, so I wish Stan, his last name is Berman, I wish Stan Berman the best in whatever he does after this. What he should do after this is just go relax. He must be 100 years old. And I mean it. I'm not kidding. So, but that is great to have a place that's an institution for so long. And I have to tell you, I am thrilled that I was a minuscule part of it, but I was every time I drive by there, or I saw it in the movie, or I see it, at the coverage of movie premiere in Westwood Village. I go, oh my God, that's where I started. So, and actually, Mr. X would not want me to tell you this. Right before I started working there, I was seeing him a little bit when I came to town. I met him right away, fell in love. He didn't, but I did. But anyhow, so I was dating him for a little bit, and then I had a real boyfriend I was supposed to go home to. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be telling this. And then he had a girlfriend who was coming out to visit him, so we just, scattered. But then she was gone, and his girlfriend, I probably am going to regret telling you all this. But anyhow, so his friends said, we found Karen again. She's working at the corner shop in Westwood Village. And he came to see me there. But then I was seeing someone else. And then he was, and it went back and forth like that for years. But even the memory of him coming to find me at the corner shop was very exciting. So anyhow, I know a lot of people are going to miss Stan's Donuts, especially right now because everyone's just picking up food. But I thank it for all those years of service. I really think he was there. I really have no idea how old he is, but I think it was around since the 60s or 70s or something. So congratulations to him. And that's all I'm telling you for today. Now everybody's hungry. So go make your own food because you can't leave the house yet. I don't know when you're seeing this, but when I'm recording it, you cannot leave the house yet. So let's hope the world gets better and everyone can eat donuts again. Except for me, of course. Okay, thank you for coming, and I will see you next time.